Commercial energy auditing has much the same purposes as residential energy auditing. It's just done in a different environment and using different standards. There are strict standards for commercial energy auditing. Being a commercial or industrial energy auditor requires a little bit more experience than residential energy auditor, but it is something that is definitely within the capabilities of an energy systems graduate. A commercial building in the context of energy auditing are buildings that are used for commercial use. So offices, warehouses, retail, restaurants, as well as big buildings like schools or college buildings, parliament buildings, libraries, museums, also apartment buildings. So basically large buildings, but that are not used for industrial processes, but also are not single family residential or even small multifamily residential. But it has much the purpose of a residential energy audit. You identify the costs of the energy use, then you have to understand how the energy is being used. You want to see where it's wasted. That helps you identify alternatives to reducing energy costs. So we call those energy management opportunities. And then we perform an economic analysis on the alternatives. So there are two major types of commercial energy audits. One is ISO 50001. This is a standard for energy audits, but it's not the one that we are going to be focusing on. This is a large energy management system that takes into account benchmarking and then planning some energy savings, implementing those energy savings, checking that you have, like checking the data, seeing how much energy was saved, and then acting on any of those energy performance, any more improvements that need to be made, etc. And it's a continuous cycle of energy management in a system. So it's a fantastic system, but its downside is that not just anybody can run it. You really do need a specialized, educated energy manager working at your facility and a really dedicated commitment to energy management at the facility in order to run this type of a system. The ASHRAE system is a little bit more, it's a bit easier to implement. Widespread implementation can be done by all levels in the company, not just a senior energy manager housed at the company. So this is a more popular system, but it does have its shortfalls, but it's the one we're going to focus on because of its popularity. So this is run by ASHRAE, and I'd like to give a little plug for ASHRAE that as an energy systems student, you will likely want to be a student member of ASHRAE, which is free for you. I believe the Hamilton chapter will pay your student tuitions in ASHRAE. So I recommend everybody in this class, please become a student member of ASHRAE. That lets you get into all of the webinars, very interesting energy management type of webinars held almost on a weekly level. So the ASHRAE commercial energy audits do not have a catchy title. It's literally called the level 1, 2, 3. So if anyone's talking about commercial energy audits, they'll say, what type of auditing do you do? The 1, 2, 3. So it's called the ASHRAE Level 1, 2, 3. I would argue that it needs a better name. But anyway, they're found in a book called Procedures for Commercial Energy Audits book, which also could use a more interesting name. So this is what the book looks like. It's a very common green book. I brought it into our library system, so you can pull it out if you want to. That's a bit available for you in digital form as well. Procedures for Commercial Building Energy Audits. It's a huge book, well beyond the scope of this lecture or this course. But I want to summarize the 3 phases that are in here. There's a preliminary phase. Then there's level 1, 2, and 3. Then there's implementing. So there are 3 phases The 3 phases are not level 1, 2, and 3. The 3 phases, level 1, level 2, and level 3, all exist in the second phase only.